Hey YouTube, Selfast42 here. It seems I've been tagged twice. Got tagged once by Tommerman over the guilty pleasures thing that AI CatSchrodinger started. 09, I believe. So we'll start with that one. My guilty pleasures are not really that big of a deal. I really don't feel that guilty about them. By the way, Tommerman, I love that fucking Madonna song. If you hadn't done it, that would have been on my list. You bastard, you stole it from me. But my first guilty pleasure, Christian talk radio. I actually enjoy listening to Christian talk radio. Now, part of it is because, you know, I'm going to sit there and go through all of their bullshit and then start tearing it to shreds. But I could do that just listening to the, like, regurgitated secondhand version on YouTube, but I enjoy, like, sitting on the radio and fucking listening to the shit going on right there. So, I don't know. You got me. My second guilty pleasure is... This is lame. This is lame as fuck. You're going to laugh at me. Because probably because it's so cliche more than anything else. But my second guilty pleasure is Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl. I don't know what it is about that song. I don't know if it's the you know, lesbian thing, or at least the girl on girl thing, or if it's just so poppy and catchy I can't help but, like, Night at the Roxbury it. But that's I don't get it. My third guilty pleasure is actually kind of disgusting. My third guilty pleasure is I eat nothing but junk food, and I'll occasionally get a zit, or if I, like, burn myself on something, I'll get a blister or whatever, but especially with the zits. I'm the guy that likes to pop them and hopefully hit them with enough pressure that all the shit sprays out onto the mirror. It's absolutely disgusting, and if you're ever around me and you happen to see that fucking pus spot on the mirror, yeah, that's my fault. Okay. Next thing. CatSchrodinger. Lotta hit me up with, tagged me with fears. And I had to think long and hard about this because I really did kind of have some trouble identifying what it is that I'm afraid of. The first one was real easy. It came up right off the top. And that was bees. I am scared to death of bees. Anything that can sting and fly at the same time should not be. Okay. I'm in my duplex house or whatever. My downstairs neighbor is upstairs in his or her apartment, just wandering around making a lot of noise. Where was I? Oh yeah, fierce bees. I really couldn't come up with a third Lotta. I'm sorry, I couldn't come up with a third. I just couldn't get it. But my second one is not so much a fear as much as, like, this crazy, like, obsessive anxiety. I don't know what it is, but whenever I get into my car, I have this, like, compulsive instinct to search for what's fucking up. Now, what's really weird about this is that for the most part, my car is dependable. For the most part, all of my vehicles are dependable, or all my vehicles that I had in the past were dependable. But I think it started when I bought my first car. I had a Dodge Neon, and I had it for about 3 years, and then it was stolen, and when it was recovered, it was totaled, and yeah, that sucked. Then my second car, I ended up basically totaling it myself, going down an off-ramp way too fast on a rainy day and just hydroplane down it into the rear end of somebody else's car. Ended up donating that car to Mother Waddles. Then I got a truck, Dakota, and it actually ran constantly up until the day that I traded it in for my current car. Oh wait, no, there was one time where the entire electrical system decided to fry out, and so that left me stranded in a very bad place with no way to get my car running, and yeah, there was the car ended up getting towed. It ended up being a big hassle, cost me a lot of money to get everything fixed. It sucked. Then it ran fine for the longest time, even though I put that car through hell, living in Michigan, massive snow on the ground, no fucking weight in the back of the truck. I ended up slamming that truck into so much shit, and that fucking kept running. And now I have my current car, a Cavalier, and during my first winter with it, I ran over some snow and it ended up breaking a line or something to the transmission, so the transmission got no power, and so the car wouldn't shift out of first. Then there was some kind of other electrical problem that ended up needing to be repaired. It was draining a lot of gas and shit like that. And the third thing that happened with the Cavalier was I went to the club and downtown Detroit, and there was some kind of big event, sports event or something going on. But basically what ended up happening was the parking lot for the club was full, but they were doing crazy double parking where they were just like parking shit up and down the lanes that were normally used for driving and shit like that. Well, I ended up leaving the club and was a wee bit intoxicated. I wasn't like smashed or anything like that, but I was a wee bit intoxicated, and so as I was driving out of the club, I didn't notice that my tire was flat until I was basically to the freeway, at which point I was stuck, and then I had to creep along at less than 5 miles per hour on the freeway on the shoulder in downtown Detroit in order to get myself to the next exit so I could get my car off the road, because fuck if I'm leaving it on the freeway. Screw that. Got it there. Of course, I had my spare in some other place. I think I had left it here. From another time it had been gone flat. That was from hitting a pothole or something. Detroit, we're horrible potholes here. Then I had to take a cab home and leave my car in the gas station parking lot that I was in. So, needless to say, I've had some car troubles, so it's not a fully irrational fear, but it's like every time I get into the car now, I'm gripped with this little bit of anxiety that something's going to go wrong again, and I'm going to have to spend more money to get it fixed. But so far, so good. It hasn't been too much of a problem. I'm going to have to get a little bit of stuff here or there done to it, but just to random routine maintenance. But so yeah, that's it for my crazy irrational fears. There they are. That's it. So guys, take this as this double tag video as the response to both of yours. Lotta, if I end up thinking up a third crazy fear, I will make a video about it and add it as an addendum to this one or something like that. But until that time, peace.